Welcome to this episode of a new series I'm doing on the Royal Princess Taytay show called Do Y'all Remember? On these episodes, I will be covering so-called irrelevant celebrities and their rise and fall from stardom. Today's feature will be Pretty Ricky. The group consists of 4 guys, 3 being related to each other, and 1 being a family friend. The 2 brothers are Baby Blue, whose real name is Allah Diamond Smith, and Spectacular, whose real name is Baby Blue Smith. The other 2 are Slickum, whose real name is Corey Mathis. He is also the cousin to Baby Blue and Spectacular. And that leaves Pleasure P, whose real name is Marcus Cooper. That's the family friend.
Can we make it like it a love that I have for you? I can't explain it for you, girl, because I've been around the world and I met a lot of other girls that are nothing like you. No. See, I came at it and I came at it.
So, Baby Blue was born August 13, 1984 to father Joseph Blue Smith Sr. and mother who strangely for whatever reason has absolutely no information available on her, which is crazy. Moving on though. His younger brother Spectacular was born September 7, 1986. Slickum was born June 3, 1985. No info on his mom or his dad. Pleasure was born December 27, 1984. It's reported he grew up in a musically inclined family. His father, who he didn't have a relationship with, was signed to Capitol Records and co-wrote Michael Sterling's Lovers and Friends. His mom was also in a musical band, but that is all the information on them.
Now close your eyes and stay a little longer, girl. I'll protect you from the world. These feelings I got for you growing oh so stronger, girl. I know we had some problems in our past relationships. Shed so many tears, I wasn't there, but baby, I'm right here. So put your phone on mute, I'm here to soothe you through all the pains that stress.
The group was originally formed back in 1997 by Joseph Smith Sr. At the time, they were going by Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks, which I'm sure Joseph came up with because the name sounds a bit misplaced and in the wrong decade. Pretty Ricky was the lead singer, which was Baby Blue and Spectacular's older brother Joseph Smith Jr. And the Baby Blue in them, they were the Mavericks. Pleasure would later go on to join the group initially after featuring on their song Grind With Me and being offered a spot as the lead singer. In the early years, Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks, they were quite popular in the Florida area. They got mad exposure from competing in talent shows, and by 1999, the Mavericks lost their Pretty Ricky when Joseph Jr. decided to leave the group. So the Mavericks decided to change their name, not only because of his leaving, but at the time, they were also a country group out going by the Mavericks. As stated previously, in Florida, they were popping, but it wasn't until 2002 that they really got big. That year, they dropped a radio banger in Florida on Miami Power 96 called Flossin'.
Yeah, come on, let's ride.
And you and me, y'all riding on some 22s.
I'm awake shaking in the wind, chromed out wet with the fins. Singing fine chick, let her in. She don't like me, she like my homeboy Benz. Riding in the 4-dot range, sitting on patchy Surtains. Range Rover on D's, they call me honey, cause I got beans.
What your man said.
After that, they dropped their second single called So Fresh, So Clean in 2004.
Yeah, boy. Y'all know we gon' crash that club tonight, you heard me? Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks. It's your boy C. Millie.
Y'all ladies might know us from Flossin'. Pretty Ricky, stay bossin'. Riding on 24s and 26. Bitch, I ain't talking if you ain't sucking dick. Lil' Spec got more G's than the Gucci fit. Pull out 23s with a spinning kit, that ain't shit. I got an SL5 with the candy lit. Paint so wet, fuck around and get seasick. I'm in the street like a handprint in the cement. Brought a hoe with chain, she turned anemic. Straight spin the hot shit, can you feel this? Chaos, Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks.
And the club so fresh, so
Both singles were set to be on their first album called What They Call Me, but it wasn't released, which is where Pleasure comes in at. They were in the studio doing the song that introduced the rest of America to Pretty Ricky, including a 9-year-old me at the time, entitled Grind With Me. On May 17, 2005, Pretty Ricky released their debut album called Blue Stars. The following month, they released the second single on the album called Your Body, which made it to number 12 on the Billboards. That summer, they toured with Omarion, Bow Wow, Chris Brown, Bobby Valentino, and other big names of the time when they went on the Scream Tour. The Blue Star album had a bunch of cuts that still get mad play for me to this day, such as Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, Playhouse, which was a personal cut, Who Cares That I Was Only 10 at the time, that was still my shit. Get a Little Closer was also on the album, Never Let You Go, Juicy, Get You Right, I Want You, Shorty Be Mine, and Can't Live Without You. The whole album was fire. When the last time you done had a CD where you don't have to turn the song cause every song is lit as fuck? The Blue Star album debuted at number 16 on the Billboard's Top 200. On November 9, 2006, Pretty Ricky released their first single on their sophomore album called Hotline. And it's funny because I can remember vividly watching 106 in Park debut the Hotline music video. Baby Blue with that big ass phone and them crusty looking ass socks is what comes to mind. It peaked at number 97 on the Billboard's Top 100.
About you and me, let's talk about bubbles in the tub, let's talk about making love, let's talk about you on top, or me going down, let's have a little phone sex, baby, on the hotline. Can I get a witness?
Clothes off, I could tell you won't be your dancer, romancer. I do what I can, call me commander, the chancer. Yes, I'm the man, cause my sex is hypnotizing. I'm right between your thighs and exotic positions got your orgasms multiplying. He can't hit it like this, he can't hit it like that, he can't stroke it like this.
I see the lust in your eyes and you know you can't hide it. And you walk in your vibe, make it flow. Wanna try 9, 5, 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 7, 13. Got a bag of tricks late night, crash the late night, in the late night, in the late night, cast the late night, cast the late night special.
On January 23, 2007, they released their sophomore album entitled Late Night Special. and in March they released their second single from the album, Push It Baby, which featured Sean Paul. The Late Night Special album was a banger too. It had songs in it like, of course, Late Night Special, which was my song, Love Like Honey, Stay, So Confused, which featured their artist Buttercream, Personal Trainer, Up and Down, Pressure, Peer Pressure, Make It Like It Was. Every girl loved that song. I know I did. And Too Young and Leave It All Up to You was also on that album as well. The whole album slapped. What is you saying to me right now? The Late Night Special album debuted at #1 on the Billboard's Top 200, selling over 132,000 copies in the first week. The album was bombed.com as fuck. Despite all the success they were acquiring, there were some inner issues between Pleasure P and the group's management, whom was of course Joseph Smith Sr., father of Diamond and Blue Smith of Pretty Ricky. Apparently, for the time being, whilst under Joseph's management, Joseph acted as a surrogate father to Pleasure P. He, of course, also handled everything pertaining to his career and finances, which is where the conflict comes in. Basically, in 2007, Pleasure decided to sue Joseph Sr. for back pay and contract release after realizing he was not being paid adequately, amongst other things. That caused a rift amongst the fellas, and Pleasure decided to leave the group and pursue a solo career. After Pleasure announced he was leaving the group, the remaining members took to their website and wrote that they did kick him out of the group with they lying asses. I remember their website though. I had an account back in the day, like in 7th grade. It was just like MySpace, except no musical background. After Pleasure removed himself from the group, Pretty Ricky picked up a replacement singer named Christopher Myers, whose stage name was Foreplay. Honestly, I left Pretty Ricky when Pleasure P left them, and I actually remember listening to the radio station Hot 96.3, and they was having Battle of the Beats. They was put in Pleasure's first single without Pretty Ricky, which was called I Did You Wrong, against Pretty Ricky's first single without Pleasure and with Foreplay called Cookie Cutter, which was not all that, honestly. So of course I Did You Wrong beat them in the Battle of the Beats that night, cause I Did You Wrong was dope as fuck. Truth of the matter is, Pleasure still sounded like Pleasure P without them. The same could not be said for Pretty Ricky, cause they don't sound like Pretty Ricky.
You know, I want y'all to just sit back and think for a second, yo. You know what I mean? Now, there's a lot of haters out there hating on people, relationships and stuff. Don't nobody want to see you happy. They always trying to take your joy, bring you down. You feel no. But you gotta be the one to sit by your mate and say, I'ma be with you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, I did wrong, you did wrong too. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta put up with each other's shit. The easiest thing to do is leave. You did. Anyway, check this out. Yeah.
I don't wanna lose this relationship, so we gotta stay strong. Don't wanna move on. I know you're sick, tired of the fussing and the fighting and the cussing, but I love you and you love me too. I did you wrong, you did me wrong. I take you back, you take me back. I did you wrong, you did me wrong, girl. I'll take you back, I'll take you back, yeah.
No matter what you say, no matter how far you go, don't take your love away.
Because I love you, and girl, I want you, and girl, I need you. So let's just work. I ain't trying to waste your time.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Never in my life I felt this way. Had to pinch myself twice. Can't believe how you look tonight. Feels like I'm living a fantasy. Cause honestly you are like 10 million stars. You're so bright, shine so hard, no need for sunlight. Don't you move, girl, cause I've been waiting for this day to come. Shawty, no way, no other girl does it that
She got a
way.
7 on the 6s with the Hello Kitty seat. Driving low if you got stuck in the trunk, girl.
She's explosive, I'm not afraid to let better. No, another girl with attitude, a step above the average. She's not a cookie cutter, one and only. I can never let her go. I swear I'm telling you the truth, a step above the average. She's not a cookie cutter. She's not your cookie cutter. Cookie cutter, gotta have her. And I gotta have her. Yeah.
Without Pleasure P. Pretty Ricky's first album Without Pleasure was called 80s Babies. It had a release date of October 14, 2008, but due to leaks and creative differences, they put it on the shelf and kicked Foreplay out of the group the following year. On November 19, 2009, Pretty Ricky released a self-titled album after themselves, adding a new lead vocalist, Emmanuel Deanda, stage name Lingerie, who I feel was a better fit for the group than Foreplay because he gave off this pseudo pleasure vibe. The album reached number 97 on the Billboard Top 200 and had only released 2 songs such as Tipsy in His Club, which was a banger, and Say a Command. The following year, they yet again released their lead singer and set out to do a 4th album that they never released. Now we'll bring it to present day to wrap this video on up. Starting with Baby Blue, aka Mr. Allah Diamond Smith. So apparently back in 2010, Tisha Campbell and her husband Dwayne Campbell had to blast Baby Blue for impregnating Tisha's younger sister Ciara, whom he was in an on-off again relationship with since 2005 when they met in Atlanta. Well, at the time she was 5 months pregnant and he was denying her baby. Other than that, he predominantly still focuses on resurrecting Pretty Ricky. Moving on to Spectacular. In May of 2009, Mr. Blue Smith himself took to YouTube to upload himself dancing in some tight black briefs. All the while calling out male celebrities that we can only assume he wanted to see in some black tight ass briefs, popping and gyrating and humping on the floor. To name names, it was Bow Wow, Omarion, and Chris Brown. Luckily, since then, he done left online stripping alone and took to a different online opportunity. He now makes money moves with AdWiser, which is a very successful social media agency that he created. His company created the Grumpy Cat meme. He went on to have a baby boy with a model whom he married last year, so good for him. Moving on to Slick, aka Corey Mathis. Since the group departure, he has acquired 5 baby mamas that he acknowledges. In May of 2010, a picture of him butt-ass naked with a man's head in his lap went viral, which fanned the flames about Pretty Ricky members being down low guys. Also in 2010, he was caught video recording himself snorting cocaine in a Charleston, South Carolina hotel. In 2012, Slickum was caught at the Miami Heat Championship Parade looking a hot ass mess, and it had everyone questioning whether he was homeless or not. He was also rumored to be dating Frankie, who is Keisha Cole's mom. In 2015, he also put out what was called the second worst sex tape ever released. Bringing it on up to date, as of April of this year, he has jumped on the Emasculate Thyself and Thy Brother alongside so many of these other money-hungry fools train. Remember that man rapper thing that was trending? Well, Slickum definitely does. He was spotted wearing a romper looking like a thought-ass tranny. So it's really looking pitiful and sorrowful for him. Last but not least, we have Mr. Marcus Cooper, aka Pleasure P. After leaving the group to go solo, Pleasure did very well for himself. His debut solo album was titled The Introduction of Marcus Cooper, which he held tracks such as I Did You Wrong, Boyfriend Number 2, my personal fave, Under, Birthday Suit. After that album, he went on to make a few other hits such as She Likes with Tiara Marie, Lick Lick Lick, Change Positions, just to name a few. In 2009, rumors of Pleasure P molesting a young boy came out. They were never convicted for it, and in the same year, it was rumored yet again that he was a child molester. Rumors came out saying he had molested both his niece and nephew when they were 4 years old back in 2004. He was 16 at the time. It was also rumored by Pretty Ricky's management that he was kicked out of the group because he had failed to disclose he was a pedophile. To this day, Pleasure denies all accusations and says that because of the rumors surrounding child molestation, he has never been able to enjoy his success. Despite all that they have been through as a group and on their own, Pretty Ricky is trying to come back in effect for one last album. They took the Breakfast Club where they announced their reunifications and plans to drop new music. To end this video, I'd like to just say that Pretty Ricky was a very big part of R&B, and they brought us some A1 bedroom music, and they definitely left their stamp on the music scene. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and comment. If you want to see more content like this, I need you all to like and comment and let me know so that I can take the time out to do such extensive research and uploading and editing, and I don't want to just do it if no one cares to see these videos. So if you do like, I need you to like and comment, but most importantly subscribe to Royalty so you can be Royalty too. Again, this was an episode of Do You Remember Them featuring Pretty Ricky. Bye bye.
I see him over there looking at me. I'm B-A-D-B-A-D. We can take it to the streets if you feel like putting pressure on ya. I be there to protect you with all my L-O-V-E, all my L-O-V-E. You a P-Y-T, the young